Hey everybody, Robbie here. So I wanted to make a video to help you understand what the group coaching program is going to be like. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Robbie Parker. I am a functional medicine health coach. I'm also a 2.0 Bredesen health coach, and I'm national board certified. So I wanted to add on group coaching to my health coaching business because I want to be able to reach more people, and I wanted to offer that group atmosphere. There's just something about working in a group. Some people do better one-on-one. But other people, they love the energy of a group. They love the accountability. They need that accountability. They need that motivation. So I wanted to offer that. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to show you what this will be like when you come and for each session. So let me go ahead and share my screen, which is something that I'll do every time we meet. So I'm going to share my screen and let's see here. Okay. And then let me see, get this. Hold on one second. And you will know that I am not very good techie. So let me get this going. Where is it? Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So this is what it will be like every time we meet, right? I will pull up our slides and you'll see me in the corner like you do now, and I will be doing education and whatnot. And when we first meet, after everybody comes in, we have a time of check-in. And so what that is we just share, for whoever wants to share, how their week went. For those that maybe had just put it out there, some accountability things, some small steps that they were going to do that week, they have the opportunity to check in and tell us how they went. So what we'll be learning in the group program is, of course, the Bredesen 7. And we will start with the KetoFlex 12-3, the nutrition part of the program. And we'll stay there for 3 to 4 weeks because this is the part of the program that most of my clients have the hardest time with. So we'll take our time. I'll make sure that we're really getting through that, learning about the ketones and learning about fasting and all the things to eat, things not to eat, things like that. We'll look at exercise, sleep, stress management, brain stimulation, detox, and supplements. So, and remember too, when you come in to the program, it's really about having that mindset to be ready to work, right? I want people that are going to come into the group to really come in ready to do this. Many of the people that sign up for the groups, they've been trying to do this for months and they just have not been able to do it. So they just need that accountability and they need help. So this transformation will take a lot of effort on your part, depending upon what stage you come in on the program and how much willingness you're ready to put in to make it work, right? So we're all here to help each other succeed. So it's so exciting. I love this, right? We can be among the first to reverse cognitive decline. We really are pioneers in the fight of our lives. So whether you're coming in as a pre-co, prevention of Alzheimer's, or reco, the reversal of our Alzheimer's, we really are pioneers in this field. There's just nothing else out there. And so it's so good to have a group of people that are doing the same thing you're doing. I hear so much from my clients that they don't have that support system. Many family members think they're crazy, or doctors kind of roll their eyes, or they say there's nothing that you can do. So you need to stay around people that are doing the same thing and that's going to encourage you. So throughout the program, there'll be times when you're going to need to reset. You're going to have to refocus. You may need to readjust. You might have to restart. And it doesn't matter how many times you have to do that. The main thing is you just do not give up, right? Because this protocol, as I've said so many times, it's a lifestyle, right? It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we'll look at the KetoFlex 12-3 diet. We'll look at ways, let me move this, how we can produce ketones. And so we'll look at things like the diet, fasting, exercise. Those three things are going to help you produce ketones. And we'll kind of be working with that throughout the program. And we'll look at no foods. And that's a really hard part. Just getting rid of some of these foods that have been a part of our diets for so long. And it's so nice to be able to do this with other people, knowing they're going through the same thing, right? So that's always helpful. And then we'll look at the brain food pyramid, and that's getting into the nutrition part of it. And so I always think it's such a tease the way that Dr. Bredesen did this, having the biggest part of this as fasting, right? So we'll learn about fasting. Too little is not good, too much may not be good. We'll try to find that sweet spot for you because everybody is different. We'll look at vegetables, right? This is not your average keto diet. We really focus on those non-starchy vegetables and healthy fats. So we look at our gut health, so prebiotics, resistant starches, probiotics. We'll look at animal proteins. We'll learn all about, eating those clean animal proteins and what fruits you can eat. And then we'll look at indulgences. So this is really important. I have so many clients, they want recipes and all these kind of things. And I always tell them, if I can teach you about food and what foods are good to eat on this protocol, then you literally can take any recipe and tweak it to fit the program. And we'll look at exercise. We'll bring exercise in, right? The main thing about exercise is just getting out there. And that's the nice thing about the group program is you have that accountability. Everybody else is going to get out there, and the next week you're going to have to tell them how you're doing. And remember, there are no FDA approved medications or any coming down the pipeline that work that come close to demonstrating the improvements seen with daily exercise. And then we'll talk about sleep. Sleep is vital for our metabolic health. Okay, oftentimes it gets put to the side and people don't think about it. Dr. Bredesen thought that it was so important that he made it the bedrock of the KetoFlex 12-3 lifestyle. I mean, think about it. It would be almost impossible to do this protocol without a good night's sleep, right? So we'll look at sleep and all the aspects of that. We'll have tips, right, for not just sleep, but for all the Bredesen 7. So we'll have different tips to look at, and we'll have time for questions and what's working, what's not working. And then we'll look at stress management, right? We all know we cannot prevent stress. It's just a part of our lives. And so, but it's really our way that we respond to the stress. So we'll learn about that, learning about how stress affects our body, different ways that we can manage our stress. The good news about stress is we really are in control. It's not the stress that kills us, it's our response to it. And so that's what we'll be learning about, how to respond to it. And then these are my favorite sessions, the Q&As and the reviews. And it's just a time where there's no agenda, there's no teaching. It's just an open time to bring all your questions, to review. So I really like this time. So I love the Q&A. So there'll be plenty of time for that. And during that time, we're going to reflect and help and motivate one another. It's really not about being perfect. It's about effort. And it's about when you bring that effort every single day, that's when your transformation will happen. And that's how change occurs. And then we'll reflect on how far we've come and our progress. I love at the end, right now we're at week 11. We're coming up on week 11 during the one that's going on the group program right now. And we're going to be learning about supplements this next week. And then the next week will be our final session. And it's going to be a time of just open Q&A, a review, and also celebration. I mean, the people in the group have committed to 12 weeks. And so they need to really celebrate that. And then we're going to talk about, what's next for you. And then we'll look at brain stimulation, right? Brain stimulation. It used to be thought that once we lost brain function, it was irretrievable. But now we know that our brains continue to grow new neurons throughout our lives. The brain's ability to grow and adapt is called neuroplasticity. And so we'll look at brain stimulation and what that means and how important it is to the protocol and different ways that you can do that. And then detox. This is a big one. It probably could have been broken up to 2 different ones, and I may do that this next time. But detox, we'll talk about dementogens. We've all heard about carcinogens. Those are chemicals that cause cancer. Well, Dr. Bredesen came up with the word dementogens, and those are agents that cause dementia. And there are so many of them. So detox is a huge part of the protocol. Different categories we'll look at with dementogens. You have your metals, you have organic chemicals, and your biotoxins, and we'll talk about different way to test for those. One of the tests that I do with my clients is the Mycotoxins test from Great Plains Laboratory. They also have a metals test. I also use Quicksilver. They have the tri-metal test, and these are all tests that Dr. Bredesen recommends. As a health coach, I'm actually able to order those tests for my clients. And then I have a consultation with the laboratory on their tests, and that way I'm able to go over the test with my clients and help them with that and let them know what recommendations the laboratory had for them, or they can take it to their doctor and work with their doctor. And I'm hoping with this round to actually offer only to the group program a way to order a test and then have a session with me to go over that. I usually do not do just one session with people. You have to purchase my packages. So I'm thinking of offer that bundle to group participants only. And then the last one we'll look at is supplements. So, and I always tell everybody, right, supplements are supplemental. And it's important to understand that your need for various supplements will evolve on the protocol, depending on where you're starting. And so we'll go over the different supplements and why they're so important. Some of the other benefits of the group program is you will receive a 20% off supplements at my Wellevate dispensary, where you can order. They have all the name brands. So I do give my group people 20% off, lifetime 20% off. I'm also able to order Recode supplements at a 20% discount. And then again, there's that exclusive mold or mercury testing packages that will be available. You will receive handouts to go along with every week's content, and you will receive those before we have our session. That way you can review, you can come ready. There'll be even place for you to write thoughts or questions. And then of course the weekly Zoom session. And then we have our own private Facebook group. So we'll be able to share with one another, ask questions, all that kind of stuff. And then at the end of our sessions each week, we will have a time for those that want to share. And I always encourage people to just share a small step that they're going to try or a goal this week. And I usually will put up some, maybe some things. If they can't think of anything, I'll put some examples. So like on this week, have them think about why are you doing this? That's a really big question, and it will help you on those days when you don't feel like doing it anymore, right? To have that why down. Another thing was to purchase a Keto Mojo, a way for them to track their blood glucose and their blood ketones. So they needed to order one of those. That was just a small step they could have taken, or to sign up for Chronometer. That's a tracking device to track your macros, your fat and your proteins and your carbs. And also review pages 190 to 199 in the Alzheimer's program, how to track their macronutrient ratios. So different things like that. So, and then some people came up with their own thoughts. So there you go. That's what it would be like. And I'm going to stop sharing. So that gives you an example what it would be like each week when you come. And of course, we will take one of those and I will be educating you on it. And like I said, at the beginning, we will have time to share. At the end, we'll have time to share. I'm always open with, hey, anytime you have a question, just stop me and ask. So there you go. And it will begin on Tuesday, April 19th. The wait list is already open. And I highly recommend that you get your name on that wait list because it's only going to be open to 12 to 15 people. And I will open up the cart, and the people that are on the wait list will have the first opportunity to purchase the program and to solidify that they're part of the group. And like I said, we will meet on Tuesdays, 11 o'clock Central Time. What else? It's an hour long. The price is $497 for 12 weeks. Yeah, that's about it. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm so excited and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. All right, talk to you later.